Okay, so only if I find a product that looks interesting to me, I would put this into my spreadsheet and I would go into what I call a deep research. Now, what do I mean by that? I mean going through different checks on the product and cross checks, basically to give you a full picture of what the product is and whether it's gonna sell or not. So let's go through these. So my first deep research criteria is 5 of the 10 products would have a BSR between 2,500 and 25,000. So let's check this. Let's check this here. So if we look here, BSR, so we would have this doesn't qualify, doesn't qualify, doesn't qualify. So only this product qualifies within that category. So I would most probably put 1 here and mark that field in red. So always color code the fields that are deviation from your product research criteria. So for example, 5 of these products should have a BSR between 2,500 and 2,500. However, only 1 has, so that is a red to me. The next criteria is none of the top 10 products have BSR below 500. So let's check this. I am always going from the last one because it's easier. So let's have a look. 1, 2, 3 products. So again, this is probably a yellow for me. And the next category is each of the top 15 products has less than 1,000 reviews. So we just scroll, which seems to be okay, because none of the product actually has over 1,000 reviews. The next criteria is 10 of the top 15 products have less than 200 reviews. So again, we are going from the 15th up. And let's have a look. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Okay, so I would put 11 and I wouldn't color code that field because it meets that criteria. And then 7 of the top 12 products have less than 70 reviews. The ideal range would be between 50 and 70, but generally speaking, we can say 70. So 7 of the top 12 products. Let's have a look. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 products. So that criteria is not met here. I would probably mark it yellow as there is slight deviation of it. The product selling price is between 12 and 30. So let's have a look. Yes, it is. So I wouldn't again color code this field. And the next criteria is 7 of the top 12 products have sales greater than 250. This is very important because if the sales is too low, you're not gonna make any money of it. So let's check the 12 products and sales. 1, 2, 3. So only 3 products have actually sales greater than 250. So I would mark that red because this is a very important metric. Next criteria, no more than 3 repeat brands on listing page. So we have already checked that previously during the initial research. So I would say okay. And then the next criteria, the product is durable and unlikely to break while shipping. This is very important because if it breaks, you're gonna get returns and you're gonna lose sales. So looking at the products, I think we can pretty much say it's not gonna break easily, so that's a yes here. And then the product size is smaller than 20 by 20 by 20. This is due to the charges Amazon impose on products, and the bigger the product, the bigger the charges. And not only that, but also the shipping cost will be greater if the product is bigger and heavier. So how would you check this? I would go into the product listing page, say for example this one. Let's open this up. And we would wait for this to load. You scroll down to the information, and you can check weight here, and you can check the dimensions of the product. So it seems to be bigger than our criteria, so we would put no in that category and mark it yellow or red. The product does not violate any copyrights or patents. It's unlikely that this will violate any patents, but you can always run a Google search and check the patents basically online. I wouldn't probably bother in terms of this product, and I would just say it's okay. There is a consistency in sales for the first 10 products. And this brings us back to our Jungle Scout plugin. Let's run this again. We can clearly say there is no consistency. This is quite important metric, so I would mark it red immediately. And also there is a good variation of products on the result page. So let's have a look. So we are looking at different colors, different styles, different materials. Basically, we don't want to see a page where each and every product is the same, because it will be very difficult to distinguish yourself. The next criteria, expected weight of the product boxed is less than 1.2 kilo. We already checked before, it's 681 grams for this particular product, so that meets that category. If the product is heavier, then you need to be aware of the higher charges for shipping by air, and also for storing and handling fees. So keep that in mind when calculating your profits on that product. The next criteria, quality of listing. Can the listing be improved? The way I go about this is I look at a few listings. Where is it? I look at a few listings and I check whether I could potentially improve the product. So I'm looking at the photos, and we will be talking about the photographs later in the series. I'm looking at the title, I'm looking at the bullet points, and I'm looking at the description below. So all these you need to judge by yourself whether you will be able to improve the listing. If you can, and I generally speaking look at least 3, 5, 7 listings, looking at the things I could potentially improve. The next criteria is frequently bought together. Can the product be bundled? This is a very important question, because if it can, then you have a way of distinguishing yourself. If it can't, then you obviously don't want to sell the exact same thing as other sellers, because what's the point, and what is your unique selling proposition? What is the value you are adding to the product? We are looking at customers who viewed this item also viewed. So you can find ideas about these products, about different products, and we are also looking at this particular section here, which is frequently bought together, and we can actually see that they buy with the car seat, they also buy a safety seat belt harness, for example. which is only $3.99 here. It wouldn't make sense to sell this product standalone, but it makes absolutely sense to bundle it with that product. So my next deep research criteria is, could ebook be bundled, and what would be a potential subject? So, for example, in the case of this product, it could be maybe pet safety in the car, for example, if you would like to go down that route. The next criteria is Google Trends results. So we looked at that before, and we know the trend is increasing over the past years. So that's what I would put here. And the next one is we need to check whether the product is seasonal or not. I use this plugin, which I believe is called Keepa, and that shows me everything I need to know basically. So I would, generally speaking, check 1 year, and we need to check the sales rank. Let me just switch off what we don't need. Okay, so this is the sales rank for 1 year, and this is the sales rank for all days that the product's been on sale for this particular seller. So what we don't want to see here is jumps and downs as well. So basically, this look okay to me. I wouldn't say this product is seasonal, but let's check some other products. I would, generally speaking, check 3, maybe 4 products to see if the product is seasonal. And you do want to check it, because even if the product doesn't look seasonal, it actually may be, and I actually had this situation before. So always check the seasonality of the product. Let's have a look here. 1 year, all, we don't need this, and we don't need this. So I'd say it's pretty much steady, so it doesn't seem like this product is seasonal. Yeah. Alternatively, you can check on the Camel website. I prefer to use this plugin because it shows the bestseller rank directly on the listing page, so it's much easier.